Hello and welcome to Kirkland Internet Marketing Services presentation of 5 high-impact strategies to get more customers to your website quickly. My name is Alan. I'm your presenter today. I am the founder of Kirkland Internet Marketing Services and I'm a 19-year veteran of internet marketing. And my goal today is to provide you with some tools to jumpstart your online presence. The strategies that we're going to be covering today are the same exact strategies that I used to grow my own highly successful online businesses. My e-commerce businesses have generated millions of dollars of profits and millions of dollars of revenues. Now, I will say this, these strategies are nothing novel. If you go onto the internet, you're going to probably find these same exact strategies that I'm going to be covering. But I've selected these strategies because they are fundamentally sound. They're proven strategies that you yourself can implement in order to jumpstart your business online. What we're going to cover today in this presentation includes why internet marketing is so important to your business. We'll also cover what internet marketing is, and we'll get into how Kirkland Internet Marketing Services gets more traffic to our client websites, what our methodology is. That's going to be a real quick portion of this presentation. The meat and the most important part of the presentation, obviously, and why you're here is to find out what those 5 high impact strategies are. So we're going to get to that quickly. But like I mentioned, we're just going to cover these 3 topics for those who need a little bit more orientation into why internet marketing is so important and what exactly internet marketing is. So who is this webinar for? This webinar is for pretty much everyone, including existing businesses and entrepreneurs who are looking to start their own online businesses. Now, for those entrepreneurs who are looking to start their own businesses, I will coach you and say that if you're looking at e-commerce as something where you're going to make a lot of money really fast with minimal effort, then I would tell you that you're going to be disappointed and that you should probably think about doing something else. You can't just throw up an e-commerce website, do a little bit of internet marketing, follow our 5 high impact strategies, and get tons of people coming to your website and sell tons of products or services and make a ton of money. It's just not going to happen that way. I know that there are some coaches out there who are peddling to a lot of unsuspecting people that if they spend a couple of $1,000s and attend their seminar or their online training, that they can become instant millionaires by starting their own e-commerce businesses. That's just not going to happen. The results that you're going to get are going to be entirely based on your level of effort. They're going to be based on your hard work and your abilities to make good strategic decisions. If anybody tells you otherwise, they're doing you a disservice. Now, at this point, you folks might be wondering about my background and whether I know what I'm actually talking about. I want anyone listening to this webinar to have a good sense of who I am, and I want you guys to be rest assured that I'm actually qualified to speak to you about internet marketing. There are a lot of people out there making all types of claims on the internet, and it's often difficult to filter the bad from the good. So hopefully by providing you with some information about my background, I can build some confidence with you, the listener, and hopefully you'll understand that I do have the proper knowledge, I do have the proper skills and experience that you can trust, and that the information that I'm actually providing you is going to be useful and not just information being provided by a fly-by-night guy who doesn't really know what he's talking about. So with that said, my name's Alan, as I introduced myself earlier. I am originally from San Diego. I currently live in Seattle. I have 19 years of experience within the e-commerce internet marketing space. I got my start in e-commerce and internet marketing back in 1998. At that time, I had a full-time job working as an investment analyst for a large investment management company in San Francisco. And I was approached by a roommate of mine who worked as an account executive for Yellow Pages, and he wanted to take the Yellow Page format, which was basically a book, a directory of businesses. He wanted to take that same format and put it online. At that time in 1998, even though the internet had been around for a little while, it was still in its infancy, and people were still using Yellow Pages, a book, to search for businesses and services and products. So he wanted to take that format, he wanted to put it online and make it more convenient for people to search out businesses, search out services, search out products. And he wanted me to help him putting together a business plan, a strategy, and putting together financials so that he could take that business plan to investors and raise money for his idea. I had just gotten out of business school with my MBA, and I didn't have a whole lot going on at that time, so I decided in the evenings to help him out. We devised a fantastic business plan. They were able to raise over $50 million of funding from different investment groups for their Yellow Online idea. Unfortunately, they spent most of the money on advertising, and they didn't actually build a product with a good foundation, and their company went out of business. But that's how I got my feet wet. Once I put together that business plan for my friends, I was then approached by several other companies, and I continued to consult on the side as a part-time gig while I worked as an investment analyst. Fast forward to 2002, 4 years after I had originally started working as a consultant in the internet space, and I found myself unemployed. My company that I was working for, the investment management company, had purchased a quant model. They had purchased a algorithm that was going to pick the stocks and manage their portfolio for them. And so they no longer needed investment analysts, investment researchers, portfolio managers, and so on and so forth. So I found myself out on the street without a job. In 2002, the market was in turmoil. We had just had the attacks, the 9/11 attacks, and there wasn't a whole lot of investor confidence, and so I wasn't able to find a job as an investment analyst. So I needed to find something to do, and the internet consulting that I had been doing over the previous 4 years, I had built up a lot of ideas, and I saw a lot of opportunities within the e-commerce space that I thought I could exploit and make a lot of money on. So I decided to start my own e-commerce businesses, and that's how I got started doing my own e-commerce businesses. So at this point, 2002, I decided to start my own e-commerce business. And I didn't have a whole lot of money. I basically had some credit cards, which I maxed out, and I had a little bit of savings. And I embarked on this big adventure that basically every small business embarks on. And at that point, I had been recently married. I had a little 6-month-old daughter. And, there was a lot of anxiety, a lot of self-doubt at that point, a lot of sleepless nights. And, I was willing to put in the hard work. I was willing to try different things and learn from my trial and error in order to be successful. At one point, I was working out of a garage because I didn't have the funds to actually rent out an office. At one point, I was basically close to being out of business. I had at one point $5 in my bank account, and my family and friends were telling me, stop wasting your time, go get a real job. My wife was on my back because for her it was extremely difficult to deal with, because she was afraid that we would lose what little we already had. And a lot of the consultants that are out there these days have never been in the same situation that a real small business, a real entrepreneur has been in. A lot of these consultants who are working for internet marketing companies or e-commerce companies basically learned their expertise by working for that company. And that company probably got their expertise by reading articles online and making unsubstantiated assertions as to their level of expertise. You can't be an expert, in my opinion, in internet marketing and e-commerce unless you've done it yourself. I did not have the money to spend on a internet consultant. I didn't have the money to spend on advertising. What advertising I could get had to be done through guerrilla tactics, I call them. Whatever the competitors that I was going up against were Fortune 500 companies. I had to be smarter. I had to be nimbler. You cannot learn that by taking a job as a recent college graduate at a internet marketing company, and you cannot learn the same skills, nor can you have the same appreciation for small struggling startups, small struggling businesses, or mid-sized businesses if you've never been there. So that's why I'm here. That's why I'm here to share the methods that I've learned over the 19 years to help you with your businesses. And like I said, these are strategies that I myself have implemented in my own businesses. I started out with one internet business. I was able to make that business successful, which has allowed me to branch into other areas and create other e-commerce businesses and brands that have been successful. And so my methodology, the things that I'm about to talk to you guys about, are proven methods. And that, as I said before, it's not rocket science. I'm not trying to claim that I've created something new. All I'm trying to say to you is that these are methods that I find to be effective, that you should also implement in order to jumpstart your business. So enough about me. Let's move on. Next section is, why is internet marketing so important? I won't spend too much time here. If you're listening to this webinar, you understand that internet marketing, e-commerce is extremely important, and that's why you're here. So some of you may not know exactly how important it is and how it can impact your business, but it's probably the single biggest growth opportunity for any business, because the traditional method of finding products or services is out the door. Anybody looking for a product or service, and 85% of the time they're doing so online. So much so that online retail sales, according to the National Retail Federation, are going to grow between 8 to 12% in 2017. Whereas the regular brick and mortar retail is supposed to grow at 2.8% in 2017. So online sales are growing at almost 400 times faster than the traditional brick and mortar retail sales. So It's a huge opportunity and something that any smart business needs to exploit. However, as I've mentioned before, some people don't know how to exploit and maximize the online potential for their business. If you're not doing the proper search engine marketing, if you're not doing proper SEO work, if you're not building a user-friendly website, if you aren't doing social media marketing, then you are not maximizing the opportunity to gain additional visibility amongst consumers, and you're not maximizing your business growth opportunities. And right now, it's the perfect opportunity for existing businesses to optimize their online strategies, or for entrepreneurs to start their own wildly profitable businesses with the help of internet marketing. Unfortunately, not all businesses are taking advantage of this opportunity, in part because of lack of vision. Forbes, for instance, says too many small business owners simply neglect how important online marketing is for their business success. And they claim there's a bunch of different reasons, and we see the same thing. A lot of them think that it takes up a lot of time and they don't have the time resources. Others don't have the money. And some business owners just simply don't care. They're successful, they've been around for a long time, and they just don't see the need to do more than just throw up a, average website, and, that's it for them. They're not really interested. But what happens is, by not having good internet marketing strategy, a good website, you're just basically losing a huge opportunity. Okay, so what is internet marketing? Internet marketing is also called online marketing. It's the process of promoting a business, brand, product, or service over the internet. Lots of different ways to market a business, brand, or product or service over the internet. You can do an email campaign. You can buy some display advertising. You could create an affiliate network and do some affiliate marketing. You can do social media marketing. You can do search engine marketing, sometimes referred to as pay-per-click marketing. You can optimize your website for organic traffic through search engine optimization. And you can also do what's called inbound marketing, essentially creating qualified leads. Here at Kirkland Internet Marketing Services, we use what we call a holistic approach. We use all the different methodologies listed on the previous slide in order to get and drive traffic to our client websites. There's a lot of people, a lot of businesses, a lot of individuals running their own online business that don't use a holistic approach, meaning they do a little bit of this or that, but they don't do everything. And that's not a good strategy, in our opinion. If you're going to be successful marketing your product services online, then you have to do a holistic approach in order to drive the maximum amount of visitors to your website. You're leaving money on the table if you're only doing a few things and you're not doing everything. So we will do social media marketing, and under social media marketing, there's all types of different activities that we engage in order to get traffic to our client websites. We do search engine optimization. And again, like social media marketing, there is just a whole bunch of different things you can do in order to optimize your website and in order to get free organic traffic coming to your site. And then there's pay-per-click advertising, and there's all types of different places you can advertise. And there is a bunch of different methodologies that we use in order to get the most amount of traffic, paid traffic, to our client websites for as cheaply as possible to increase the return on investment when it comes to paying for advertising. That's how we drive more visitors and customers to our client websites. Now, it's not enough just to get those visitors to your website. Once those visitors are at your website, you have to convert them into sales. Otherwise, you are leaving money on the table. And to convert people into sales, you need to have a very appealing website that's user-friendly, that is responsive to the different platforms that they're using to get to your website. So for instance, you have to have a responsive website that works well, whether they're using a PC to visit your website, or whether they're using a tablet, or whether they're using their cell phone. If you have a website that's only compatible in a PC format, then a person using a cell phone is unlikely to spend a whole lot of time on your website, let alone buy your product or services. So you have to have a responsive website that's compatible with all the different platforms. And then you have to have appealing content for customers, and you have to have a user-friendly website that makes it easy for them to purchase your product and services. And then you'll be able to maximize your conversion rate. That's another thing that we spend a lot of time with our clients in, is to show them how to improve their website in order to maximize their conversion rates. And then once we do all that, we employ a continuous improvement process in order to optimize your return on investment. We look for more effective ways to get traffic to your website. If a social media campaign is working really well, then obviously we're going to deploy more capital, more time and effort into social media if that is getting us a higher return for you. If a pay-per-click campaign that we're running isn't being effective, then we'll look at more effective pay-per-click campaigns, changing keywords, using all the different types of strategies in order to find the most effective way to get traffic to your website. So this portion of the methodology is probably the most important, because like we mentioned earlier, it's not enough just to do something once and just sit back and expect it to continue to work and expect it to be as effective as possible. You need to always be out there looking to improve, looking to optimize in order to get the best return on your investment. All right, now that we've covered all the other topics, we can get to the meat of the presentation, which is 5 high impact strategies for getting traffic to your website quickly. In my opinion, the quickest, most efficient manner to get traffic to any website, especially a website that is relatively new and doesn't have a whole lot of organic traffic coming to it through search engine optimization, is by running paid social media ad campaigns. Paid social media ad campaigns are efficient and cost effective because A, they're really easy and fast to set up, and relative to other forms of online advertising like pay-per-click advertising through Google, they tend to be a lot more cost effective and they get you a lot higher return on investment than other forms of digital advertising. With paid social media ads, you can create highly targeted campaigns that serve tailor-made ads to your customers, who are most likely to click through and purchase your products and services. Now, there's a lot of different social media platforms that you can advertise on, but in my opinion, again, and through our experience, the best social media advertising platform is Facebook. Facebook gets approximately 1.65 billion monthly users. And Facebook's the largest social media platform in the world, and it's filled with lots of opportunities for you guys to reach new customers and to drive more traffic to your virtual doors. Facebook has a very robust, user-friendly advertising platform that allows even a novice to target users based on their interest, behavior, location, and all types of other criterias. Using Facebook ads, they're called dynamic ads. You can even serve automatically generated ads, or sometimes termed retarget customers who previously visited your websites. You can feature products that they've looked at or added to their carts. These ads can bring users back to your website so you can make the most of the traffic that you're already getting. And like I mentioned earlier, there's other places you can run social media ad campaigns. They include Instagram, Pinterest, YouTube, Reddit, Tumblr, and the list goes on. But in my experience, Facebook, again, is the most cost-effective, and you get the highest return on investment with Facebook. So that is where we would suggest you start, is advertising on Facebook. All right, the next strategy I wanted to talk to you about today is reaching new audiences and getting more traffic to your website through influencer marketing. So what exactly is an influencer? Well, an influencer is a real person, a person who has attracted a loyal following on their blog or social media channel. These influencers, because of the trust that they've developed with their audience, have the power to move those followers to action. So influencer marketing is the process of building relationships with these influencers to get your brand or your service or your products in front of their audiences. With influencer marketing, you can harness the reach of the relevant influencers in your industry and leverage the trust that they've created with their audiences to market your products. Influencers can be bloggers. Influencers can be social media celebrities like the Kardashians, and they are trusted by their followers. So getting them to feature your product is an effective way, an organic way for increasing traffic to your websites. And a statistic I wanted to share with you guys is that according to Nielsen, 92% of customers actually value word-of-mouth recommendations from people they trust over any other form of advertising. Now, how do you get an influencer to feature and promote your brand or product or service? Well, it's not that difficult. A lot of these bloggers and social media celebrities will endorse products and services for a fee. And in some cases, many of them will feature products and services, brands that they really like. In the case of some of our clients who are involved in different types of businesses, we've had manufacturers of clothing send products, samples to different influencers, fashion bloggers, and those bloggers liked what they saw and featured their products on their blogs and their social media platforms like Instagram, and they got tons of traffic from those endorsements. We've had fitness supplement companies that we've worked for contact fitness celebrities who then endorse their products on their different social media platforms, and again, that resulted in a lot of additional traffic and business for those clients. The next strategy I wanted to talk to you guys about is driving traffic to your websites with giveaways. With giveaways, you can drive traffic to your store by offering exciting prizes in exchange for customer participation. Prizes are a powerful incentive for getting both current and new customers to visit your websites. You can embed these giveaways on your landing pages. You can put them on your blog posts and on your social media pages. And one of the methods we like to use is, in order to get people to enter to win these prizes, we require them to share the contest with their network. And this helps to spread the contest and make it viral and make it spread around on different social media platforms. We do giveaways for our clients all the time on Instagram and on Facebook. And to enter to win the prize that we are offering, we require the participants to tag their friends and share the offering with their network. And by doing so, the giveaway goes viral and attracts many more visitors to your sites. There's actually a bunch of companies that come to mind that have built their entire business on giveaways. And these aren't just little small companies. These are companies that have hundreds of thousands of customers, multi-million-dollar companies that are extremely successful, that have only been around 3 to 4 years. So it's a very powerful and very cost-effective way to get additional traffic and customers to your websites. The next strategy I wanted to mention is attracting customers through content marketing. So what is content marketing? It's the creation and distribution of interesting, informative, and engaging content that provides some benefit to the end user. This content can include videocasts, podcasts, guides, ebooks, articles, and so on and so forth. What you're actually listening to and the presentation that you're watching is a form of content marketing. So if you're a plumber and you want to get your name out there and attract more customers, you can write an article or you can create a video instructing potential customers on what to do if their toilet gets stuck, or how to remove and replace piping. If you're a personal trainer, you can create a podcast coaching overweight people on proper diet and exercise to lose weight. The content that you create can then be shared on your website. It can be shared on social media, and it will get indexed by search engines, giving you the opportunity to attract more customers to your stores. Another great thing about content marketing is that original content helps position your business as an industry thought leader and build a lifestyle around your brand. And the content that you create can be anything. It doesn't have to revolve around your business. It can be anything that your potential customers might find relevant. So, for instance, if you are doing a fundraising for a charity, you can do a podcast from that fundraiser. And even though you're not talking about your particular business, anybody who might be interested in that particular charity might come across your podcast and become a potential customer. So consider any and all topics and resources that potential customer and visitors might find useful and interesting. And last but not least, the final strategy that I wanted to talk to you folks about today is search engine optimization in order to increase the discoverability of your website and organic traffic to your website. No internet marketing tutorial would be complete without talking about search engine optimization. And I purposely left this section for last because search engine optimization is the least effective out of all the different strategies that I've covered today in getting traffic to your website. And I emphasize quickly. Yes, in the long term, search engine optimization can be extremely helpful in getting traffic to your website, but the whole tutorial today is based on getting traffic to your website quickly. And search engine optimization is the process of fine-tuning your website to increase the chances of it ranking highly in search engine results for your relative keywords. And this can't be done overnight. When customers search for products online, you want your store to be one of the top results for that search. Consider for a second that 1/3 of all clicks go to the first organic search result in Google. So if you are number 20th for a search result in Google, you're going to get practically no traffic. 90% of the traffic goes to the top 3 search results. So if you're a personal trainer and you are the number 20th or even number 10th result in Google search for personal trainers, then you're going to get virtually no organic traffic. So you want to be in the top 3, and to get in the top 3 requires a significant investment in time, effort, and money. And a lot of search engine optimization, internet marketing companies won't tell their clients this, but in many cases, you will not even be able to crack the top 3 search results for specific keywords if they're extremely competitive, regardless of how much time, effort, and money you exert in optimizing your website for those particular keywords. With that said, however, you do have to do some search engine optimization. And, to start, we recommend that you cover the basics. To start with search engine optimization, every single website has to have proper on-site optimization. Now, we could spend days and maybe even months talking about on-site search engine optimization, and we just basically don't have that time in this particular presentation. But what I will do is I'm going to provide you guys with a link to a fantastic article that can put you on the right path towards optimizing your website properly. And then once you have your website, your on-site optimization done properly, you can move on to off-site optimization. And interesting enough, many of the strategies, actually all 4 of the strategies that we covered earlier in this presentation, help in off-site optimization. So you'll actually have a head start with your off-site optimization because of these other strategies that you are employing. With these 5 strategies in your internet marketing toolkit, you folks should be able to drive more virtual customers through your digital doors and do it quickly. But in order to really maximize the potential of your businesses online, it's going to require your full-time commitment and a lot of effort, persistence, and know-how and trial and error. So if you don't have the time to create and manage your own online strategy, or you don't have the budget to hire somebody to do it for you full-time, then I encourage you to contact us. We can manage your online marketing for you for as little as $500 a month. Right below this presentation, you will find a scheduler. You can pick the best time, and we can provide you with a free 30-minute, no obligation consultation. Just pick the best time and fill out the little questionnaire after you pick the best time, and we will contact you. And before we contact you, we will do a little bit of a investigation into your website and your product and services and so on and so forth, so we can have a good, intelligent, strategic conversation with you on how we can help you increase the amount of traffic and increase the return that you're getting on your online presence. And so, not to belabor the point, but as I've mentioned in this presentation, the success of pretty much any business, whether it's a startup business or an established business, is going to, in part, depend on a good, sound internet marketing strategy. So, we would love the opportunity to provide you with the free, no obligation 30-minute consultation on what our services can do for you and how our experience can be put to use in creating a fantastic internet marketing strategy for your company. So please, after the conclusion of this presentation, select a time on our scheduler that's convenient for you, and we will call you and provide you with, again, a 30-minute, very informative, free consultation. And you can decide for yourself if our services and our expertise can be of any service to your organization. And at the very least, even if you don't want to do business with us and use our consulting and internet marketing services, the information that we're going to be providing you in that 30-minute no obligation presentation will be very beneficial to you when you do your internet marketing and create your own internet marketing strategy. Thank you very much, and we look forward to speaking to you soon.